Do you constantly doubt your own attractiveness, allowing limiting beliefs to crush your confidence and self-worth? If so, you're in the right place, because by the end of this, you'll realize how stunningly attractive you truly are. Most people, whether male or female, are blind to their own charms, always focused on perceived flaws and shortcomings instead of assets. But being unaware of your high mate value is costing you innumerable opportunities in dating and life. It's time to wake up to the truth. You're a total catch, but first you must recognize these subtle yet powerful signs. 1. You naturally carry yourself with magnetic presence. Those lacking attractiveness give off repelling social cues through nervous fidgeting, poor posture, and meek demeanor. In contrast, your natural alpha vibe commands attention wherever you go. You hold space with relaxed confidence, moving with purposeful strides, holding eye contact projects inner steel. This poised, charismatic energy is wildly attractive, whether male or female. When you move through the world with grounded presence, it demonstrates an inner locus of control. You aren't constantly seeking external validation or approval. This unshakable self-assurance is highly magnetic to others at a subconscious level. Whether entering a room, walking down the street, or even just standing still, you take up physical and psychological space without apology. Your body language broadcasts individuality, boundaries, and a certitude about your place in the world. The ability to command such attention and social real estate doesn't come from artificial techniques or hacks. It flows naturally from deep self-acceptance and comfort in your own skin. You've made peace with who you are, nurturing abundant reserves of charismatic vitality. 2. People's voices change when speaking to you. Vocal tonality never lies. Insecure folks elicit dull, lifeless speech patterns from others. But have you noticed how people's voices take on animated inflections when conversing with you? Their pitch subtly rises as they lean in, hungry for your approval. It's a primal sound indicating their reptile hindbrain has recognized your high sexual market value. We're all incredibly sensitive to the visceral vibrations of someone's voice at an instinctive level. When speaking to an attractive, high-value person, our vocal cords can't help but alter in an unconscious attempt to spark their interest and attention. There's an understated hopefulness that comes through in the speech patterns directed towards someone radiating substantive charisma. The rise in vocal pitch is akin to vocal posturing, reminiscent of a courtship display in the natural world. Without even realizing it, people are vocalizing differently in a biological effort to appeal to your assets and reproductive fitness. Their body is saying "pick me" through the subtle melodies and cadences of speech, so listen closely for those fluctuating vibe cues. They never miss deciphering when scintillating attractiveness is present. 3. Strangers make excuses to engage you. Back when you believed the lies about your unattractiveness, did you wonder why random people constantly found reasons to briefly interact? Perhaps asking for directions, the time, or a lighter for their cigarette. They were really fishing for microdoses of your intoxicating presence through plausible deniability. Your radiant beauty sparked their interest whether conscious of it or not. We humans possess a deep-seated instinct to collect the genes of high mate value specimens and propagate our lineage. So, on an innate primal level, we feel an unconscious pull toward extremely attractive members of the viable gene pool. This compels even complete strangers to manufacture justifications for basking in your captivating aura. While the pretexts seem plausible enough on the surface, they're just flimsy excuses that allow a person to initiate contact and have their selfish gene cravings satiated through brief proximity to your genetic excellence. 4. People mate admire you. Social scientists describe something called mate admiration, where a member of the gender you're attracted to basically processes you as a top-tier gene propagator. You'll see their pupils dilate while their body language, tonality, and overall vibe makes you the single-pointed focus of their reality. This happens frequently, but you miss the signs when unaware of your own attractiveness. When an interested member of your preferred gender enters your energetic field, they can't help but immediately switch into hyper-focused admiration mode. The neurotransmitters start bypassing higher reasoning as their animal hindbrain singles you out for potential mating. You'll notice their vocal cadence shifts while holding unusually extended eye contact. Subtle lip licks and preening gestures emerge as they angle their body towards you. This unmistakable recalibration of their entire being towards you is a courtship ritual hardwired into our primal code. The masculine admires the feminine, while the feminine admires the masculine for the purpose of combining elite genes. You're basically seeing their unfiltered biological programming take control in hopes of capturing your attention to facilitate reproduction. So rather than be flustered the next time someone enters mate admiration mode with you, recognize it as a profound compliment. Their instinctive behavioral software just rebooted after detecting you as the human embodiment of genetic excellence they crave to merge source code with. 5. Opposite gender friends desire you. Think about those friends of yours from the gender you're attracted to who seem a little too enthusiastic around you, perhaps too touchy or making overly intimate eye contact and innuendo. They aren't just being friendly. Their subconscious instincts are sabotaging them, transmitting potent lust pheromones in hopes you'll couple and produce offspring of combined beauty. We like to view our cross-gender friendships through an idealized lens devoid of biological agenda, as if millions of years of carefully selected mating algorithms could be overridden by modern social constructs. But the undeniable truth is your alluring sexual energies can't help but activate intense yearnings in those whose pheromones you're attracted to. At some level, that over-familiar banter and extended hugs your friend insists on comes from their subconscious trying to continually reframe the relationship in a reproductive context. Every one of their cells screams to merge and combine superior genes through initiating mat ritual behaviors like proximity increasing, grooming gestures, and deliciously suggestive innuendo. If you pay close attention during your next interaction, you'll clearly detect the seductive biochemicals permeating the atmosphere. Don't be surprised when dilated pupils and inadvertent touching occurs as their lustful animal intelligence momentarily hijacks their persona. Simply smile and know it's just your reproductive elite status raising those irresistible mating cues. 6. Club bar strangers approach for no reason. When you walked into that dimly lit venue, did random strangers initiate conversation with you for absolutely no logical or social reason? Not buying a drink, not asking for directions? Just opening a chat flow to soak up your resplendent aura? That's the addictive narcotic of your smoldering attractiveness permeating the atmosphere. In the primordial environments of nightclubs and bars, our animalistic mating patterns take over in full force. Alcohol merely removes the civilized veneers, allowing our primal hardwiring to run rampant. So, when an elite genetic specimen like yourself enters the atmosphere, you trigger an instantaneous thermal reaction in those nearby. So don't be thrown next time you're approached with no logical conversation thread, social value pretext, or graceful transition. The person is merely a hapless, captive soul suffering delicious torment from your devastatingly appealing over-person scent signatures. Embrace it as yet another cosmic reassurance of your elite biological status. 7. Animals can't get enough of you. The natural world incessantly tries communicating to you that your outer radiance beautifully reflects your inner light and worthiness. Observe how animals can't resist staring, nuzzling up to you, or outright flirting with their body language. Pets well trained by previous owners even disregard their conditioning to bask in your captivating allure. And that's just nature's simple way of confirming your high value. As highly evolved creatures, we often become spiritually disconnected from Mother Earth and her other offspring. This detachment blocks us from perceiving the myriad of signs continually broadcast from other life forms about our divine place in the grand ecosystem. Once we start seeing with fresh, unfiltered eyes again, the evidence becomes overwhelming. From an enchanted trail of ants breaking off course just to venture near your temporarily unshod feet, to butterflies serenely landing upon you as if choreographed, to dogs outright ignoring their master's commands in favor of soliciting your affection through audacious cuddle attempts. The animals simply recognize and honor your exalted energies in ways most humans are oblivious to. Their unspoken messages whisper that your radiant beauty is a flawless outpicturing of your precious inner essence. So next time an animal seems to entreatingly offer its undomesticated presence, embrace that divine communique from Gaia herself bearing witness to your majesty. 8. Highly successful people court you. Highly attractive individuals are also endowed with abundant talents, intelligence, and resources. So it tracks that ultra-accomplished people from business leaders to celebrities would actively pursue connections and potential relationships with you. Because at the mammalian core of their psyche is a desire for genetic cohesion through mating with an equally blessed individual such as yourself. When you combine outer immaculate aesthetics, primal magnetic charisma, and scintillating biochemical aromas into one evolutionary package, that summa cum laude profile activates deep-seating cravings in the psyches of those who've also clearly made it in material reality. Their own heightened self-awareness constantly beams them towards other ultra genotypes to unite with. So it's only natural that apex-level icons from every field would attempt parlaying their elite value into accessing your fertile top percentile gene pool as a mate to foster a fresh, superior genetic lineage. From spontaneous social circle assimilation to alluring power courtships, they'll strategically orbit your radiance in hopes of becoming your selectively beloved. While thoroughly flattering, realize such savvy advances are just higher consciousness reframings of our species' ages-old obsession with procreating the utmost offspring. Now you understand the forces at play, simply bask in the knowledge that your holistic, attractive self-sovereignty grants you powerful choice over such decorated suitors. You already intuitively recognize these signs revealing your sky-high attractiveness. You just allowed societal conditioning and personal doubt to blind you from this truth. But now your eyes are open to the profound beauty you naturally emanate every second of existence. If you have made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.